for this Thursday and we meet each other again. The VIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seas might be rough, but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Drizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the Metaverse. Thursdays when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the VIP Meetup.
Boom. Nice acapella intro right there. Quick mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Jago. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you, everyone, for showing up to the WIP. This is Matthew, aka Nifty Time. I'm back from the land of the sick. I was extremely hurt last week with something that my daughter gave me. The joys of being a dad with a young child in the world, giving all their sicknesses to their parents. But I'm better now. And I'm also in the East Coast. I'm over in Toledo, Ohio. We're going to be hitting up the Toledo Museum of Art with a few folks this weekend. So excited to get into those festivities. But before we get into that, we got a very special WIP today. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Arthr, coming back to the WIP. And we have some goodies planned for everyone. I know we have already a bunch of folks in Hyperfy in the WIP HQ already decked out as baby Arthurs. If you aren't, make sure you jump in, do that, because Arthr is going to be addressing us, and it would be hilarious if we're all just baby Arthurs listening to Arthr. We love it. We also got some other free giveaway goodies that we'll detail later when Arthr gets on the stage to talk about some upcoming projects that he's been cooking up. But before that, quick shill, because I am no longer sick. Rizzo and I, we jumped on a pod and we recorded ourselves talking a little bit of shit, as we do from time to time. And we have we talked about Drago's footy pajamas as well, and Whipcoin, and a whole bunch of other latest and greatest market-related news. So check that out. Mint it if you feel so inclined. Let us know if our shit talking is up to par or not. We love the feedback. And yeah, really excited to get into today's show. Stoked to hear Arthr unpack what he's been cooking up. Also, just like, I can't wait for all the screenshots in world of all the baby Arthurs. It's going to be hilarious. And the gifts to come from there. So with that, I'm going to shut my shilly mouth up and pass the mic to Rizzle to get the hype train properly rolling for today's WIP.
Yo, let me get a mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, sick. All right, let's see. A little housekeeping. Shout out to Fox Yoga for holding down the pre-whip DJing. Shout out Dragonade for cross-streaming all over the place, as always, and doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Shout out Juxton. We're live in Frankie's Tavern in Decentraland. If I didn't have to multitask and run this event, I'd be parked over there as well. So if you got a few tabs open, yeah, join us in Frankie's Tavern as well. However, you will not be able to be a baby in Decentraland today. You will only be able to watch us be babies. So you should be in Hyperfy, where there is a Arthr baby that is standing there very stoically, and that is the one that you can go up to, and you should be able to seamlessly equip it. If you want to properly support Arthr, hang on, let me grab the link. Arthr's selling these babies. I scooped one earlier today. It's a free mint on Manifold. On mainnet, which I very much appreciate. Gas is very cheap, and so I love the mainnet mint. Mint's coming back. So support Arthr, grab a baby, and even if you can't grab a baby at the moment, turn it into a baby for this event by coming into Hyperfly and joining us for this, the most baby-fied event I think we've ever had as a WIP community. So so do that. Let's see, what else we got? we have a YouTube channel that you should click on and be aware of. There's nothing wrong with footy pajamas, by the way. I'm not. When I was accusing Dragonade of wearing footy pajamas, I like to think of him like chilling there doing high tech stuff in his footies. Anyway, check out our YouTube channel. We had Rocket Man and Co-Build on last week, and we started a gang over on Farcaster for our coin. Which I'll talk to you about in a minute. So we do have a presence over on Farcaster, so check out the WIP Meetup channel. And if you're inclined to throw $1 or $2 of USDC around, you can join our co-build gang and support the WIP coin. And if you like our gang's things, you buy WIP coin, and somehow it supports us. So anyway, join our gang. Click on the YouTube channel. Help us beat the algorithm. We suck at all this tremendously. What you should also do is sign the guest book, because if you are in World, you have also seen the Fabiano and Patricia rats that are staged next to the giant Arthr baby. And if you sign the guest book, you'll be getting free rats. I was going to say as almost always recently, rats. So yes, thank you, Easy, for posting the Farcaster WIP Meetup channel. Post in there. Matt has given a lot of us tip-in allocations. I don't know if it directly came from Matt, but a lot of us have tip-in allocations and nothing to do with them. So post stuff in the WIP Meetup channel so we can send you all Matt's money. And what you do with that is up to you. Maybe you should just dump it for WIPcoin. I'm just saying. Okay, if you're listening to me right now and you don't know where all the banter is going on, we're in the general channel of Discord. That's where all the links will be dropped. If you're in Hyperfy and you hear car noises, you should mute your Hyperfy tab. If you're wandering around in there, if you want to jump, you hit spacebar. You can double tap to fly. If you type /dance, you will dance. And the guest book is actually hung in there properly. If you want to be like a proper Metaverse person, you can sign it in World. But it's the same. It's the same thing. Same link. If you have a question for Arthr while he's speaking, hit show in the chat box, and show will relay those questions to Arthr when he's done telling us about babies. I don't think we have Paradox in the house today, but we are definitely going to need a group shot at the end. So we will need a fake Paradox, someone with a terrible accent to pretend to be Paradox. And then, of course, stick around for the Afties with show. Let's see. That's about it for me. I'm going to shut my mouth. I modified this bit at the end here because there's too many names and everything, and we dropped our own shitcoin. So, shout out to the crew who makes this happen every week. If you don't know who they are, all of them have a little WIP badge next to their names. Drop a hi or something in the chat box here. Except for Dragonate and Fabiano, they got birds or something. I don't know. We'll fix this. Sandy's in the house. And we dropped a coin. If you've been to the WIP and you didn't realize this, you should watch the episode with Co-Build last week or listen to the podcast because all of you have WIP coin in your wallets, and you're going to be getting WIP coin for supporting the community and coming out today. And so just saying, if you want to support the community, everyone's got this. And here's a link to Uniswap. There's barely a liquidity pool. Maybe you should add some, maybe not. NFA, DYOR. However, we all got this shit. So anytime you got a couple bucks to throw around, consider supporting the fam and throwing it towards WIPcoin. And we just did a huge airdrop. So like I said, no NFA, DYOR. However, we have coins. I hear cars. I need to mute my Hyperfy tab. So we're going to kick this thing off. I'm going to hand it over to Arthr and try and mute my tab, get Arthr on mute so he's not whacked. And we'll see what we can do here. Let's see. Arthr, you are unwhacked, man. Can you hear me?
Unwhack.
Yeah, dude. Welcome.
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, firstly, congrats on the coin, by the way. That's awesome news. Thanks for the allocation. And secondly, this space looks absolutely fucking insane. It's good decorating. Looking good. Yeah, how you all doing? Thanks for embracing the babies again. I forgot the last time I was in here hosting. Was it 2 years ago, maybe? 22 or 23? But I'm glad to see you all back. Yeah, the babies is weird. When you're all in the space like this together, it's very surreal. But yeah, awesome. yeah, I don't know if you guys have shared the link yet, but like Rizzle said at the start, I've done a free mint for this VRM with some cool packaging. Let me I'll share it in the chat if you haven't already. I don't know what gas fees are like at the moment, but hopefully they're reasonable. I think when I minted it was like $3 or something, but let me ping it in here. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try and do, like, I've wanted to do like a little VRM action figure series for a while now, like with different versions of the base form of Arthr. So I thought, what better way to start than with the baby, really. So yeah, awesome. And big shout out to Neon Glitch as well. He's helped me with his mint wizardry with like getting it to appear as like a loadable character in Hyperfy and Mona and stuff. So big shout out to him. Obviously, he's well versed with the VRMs. Yeah, nice. What do you guys want to chat about? Just all sorts. A man of few words.
Yeah.
So
like I know there's the what you have cooking for October, so maybe kind of tease that, and yeah, just kind of catch people up. It's been a couple years since you've been back. I know folks have probably linked up with you IRL, but just give folks a little bit more lay of the land, what you've been up to, and then what's coming, and then we can get into some Q&A with Show.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. Yes, I've the last like I don't know about you guys, but the last like 6 months has been a beautiful climate to create in because obviously things have been quite quiet, especially with Trump's tariffs nuking the market back in April. So I decided to start a bit of a bigger project that would like use the base form of my character, and I've called this project Architecture. So the last like 6 months, well, 4 to 6 months, I've been working on this big 69-piece series, which is beautifully presented. There, Rizzle on the floor, like a little dance floor. So yeah, I built this collection. They're all one of ones basically. So I've built them all from scratch, but they're all based around like a portraiture sort of form of the character. So I've sort of I wanted to like build like all different worlds that the character can live in. So all sorts of random stuff from like a balloon version of him with like a pin about to burst his face, the test tube baby in the top right there, which is a bit of a homage to the physical ones I did a few years ago. I think Matt, you own one, right? One of the physical babies. So yeah, like it's been a bit of, it's taken way longer than I thought it would. I thought, yeah, I'll be able to bash out 69 one of ones in like a month or whatever, but I really wanted to create each one like individually and sort of really build like a little world for each one. So like I've created like the base form in Cinema 4D and used things like Marvelous Designer to create the clothes and like the cloth and everything. But like the scene around him each time changes. So like, let me pick a version. So like the Emerald Dragon one on the second row, like sculpting all the dragons for that individually to go alongside the character. And then like one of my favorites is like the till receipt, which is on like the second row. So that I created like some ASCII art from the character and like weathered this sort of receipt in Photoshop to create like that version of the one of one. So they're all in like the same pose, but like a different world around each one. I don't know about you guys, but I've got like an obsession with collections that are like they all have the same form factor, but there's like a slight variation on them all. Like any PSP collection, I guess, that sort of itch to see different versions of the same thing, if that makes any sense. But I wanted this to be a little bit more than a PSP collection. I wanted it to be like each one I wanted to put like a decent workload into in each one to feel like truly unique. So yeah, looking around now is pretty cool. throughout the 6 months that I've been developing it, I've sort of thrown them onto this grid as I've maybe after every 10 that I make, just to get a bit of perspective and like see them all gridded out, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I've sort of listed them in like the rarity that they're going to be presented in here. So like you've got the OG Arthr on number 1 spot, and then you've got 5 Arthr droids, the 3 black, white, and sort of vaporwave colorway one. So those 5 droids will have physicals with them. So they're like a 6th scale figure on a plinth, all hand sprayed and stuff to look like the original. I'm just making those at the moment. Again, taking way longer than I think. I've had a problem with not estimating the right amount of time that I need for things. I'm always like, yeah, it'll take like a week, whatever. And then like 6 months down the line, I'm like, fucking hell, when's it going to end? So yeah, so the physicals for those 5 robots, which will be pretty cool. You got Arthur Pepe there, which I'm pretty proud of. Took a while to that Arthur Pepe. I was like, how the hell do I like combine Pepe and Arthur into like a sort of synonymous being that takes a bit of both, that looks at both. Took a while to get right that one, but I think it looks pretty good in his little tuxedo. Yeah, so it's been a fun process. I'm glad to get to the end of it, to be honest, but I shouldn't feel relieved after creating a load of things, but it goes that way sometimes, doesn't it? Any standouts for you guys? Any ones that pop? Because once you're absorbed in creating it for 6 months, you kind of lose a bit of touch with it.
The Arthur Pepe is magnificent. Yeah, like echoing Ballistic Banana. I just want to double click into like the creative kind of energy you've been feeling over the past like half a year or so. It definitely feels like a lot of other artists have been injected with that energy. We're seeing a lot of new projects release like September, October. It's really exciting to see the creative energies flowing so powerfully, and just being a couple clicks away. It's very, very, from a collector standpoint, someone with no talent in these hands, it's super cool to see everything coming all at once. Yeah, I think there may have been some questions in the audience from folks, and I know Sho has his own questions that he's going to hit you in the face with. So I'll pass the mic over to Sho. Take it from here for the questions.
Yeah, man, cool.
Hey, y'all, how's my audio?
Perfect.
You hear me? Welcome back, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, what's funny is when I rolled for my Babachis a couple of months ago, I got what I believe was a 1 of 1 from you, and I was like excited for like a couple of minutes, but then I saw like I just kept refreshing all the rarities, and then I saw that someone else rolled it too, and I was like, no, I just wanted a unique one, you know. So that's just the DGen life there. So
I love the Babachis. They're so good.
Yeah. Shout out to Fabiano, Patricia, and Rizzle. But so I mean, I still have an Arthr though, so it's not all that bad. So in regards to what you're doing right now, we're going into the final quarter of the year. And for some people, they wind down, I guess, but for some others, this is like go time because they tend to target certain demographics or try to get more visibility because they know that people are looking to, I guess, ramp up in terms of commercial things. So I guess consumerism ramps up, at least here in America. I know that culture is different in other countries. But for you, what would you say is the target demo for this new drop?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I guess like anyone that's been a fan of my work over the years, like it's just like the next sort of level of what I'm doing, really. Like, I know there's a few guys that appreciate the character and like what I'm doing. So in terms of like, yeah, like demographic, I've never really sort of, I guess anyone that likes weird shit, really. Yeah, like physical stuff, I guess. People that are sort of love that sort of exploration of the physical and digital, I guess, is quite a draw to some of my work. So anyone that has that love of both physical and digital art, really. In terms of like a specific demographic, like I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We have a question from Dragonate. He would like to know. Oh, sorry. Let me find it. Oh, he would like to tell you that he's delivering a message. He says Joanna Montana Banana sends his friendly but slightly ominous regards to you.
Appreciate that.
That's cool.
Say hi. I know Metageist wanted to be here tonight, but he's in London, I think. So I said I'd send him the link to the mint after.
That's cool. So, you know, being as skilled and as knowledgeable as you are,
I appreciate that.
yeah, of course. There seems to be. Sorry, I have the question. It's just, but there's just like emotions here. In terms of platforms and visibility, many artists still say in 2025, after all these years, that it's really hard to find a proper platform to gain the correct visibility on their product. They also say that in terms of having a medium to sell the product, there's a real lack for that, even to this day. What do you need that would help or assist you?
I think, like, for me, like, there's no specific product or service that sort of helps me more than another. I mean, for me, I guess it's like the platform is just the vessel to put the work out into the world. So, like, as long as the platform is like stable, it hosts the art well, the infrastructure is good, so things don't disappear in a week because the platform goes down, then I think the majority of the work for like an artist is to build their community and sort of find the people that are like-minded and sort of into what they're doing. So like I think the work is for the most part on the artists. I know there's like the curation and sort of galleries and that sort of stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I've never really been too in tune with that sort of world. Probably because I don't know. I feel a lot of that stuff is just sort of throwing stuff out into the ether and you don't hear back. So I really like to do stuff sort of direct to people and sort of like engaging with people on sort of a individual to individual basis rather than sort of like rely on any sort of platform, if that makes sense. But I've never really seen it like any particular service as helping me more than any other. But that could just be my ignorance, to be fair. But does that make sense? Like, I feel a lot of it is on sort of building your own community rather than relying on a platform to do it or to sort of push you forward. Especially because a lot of like services go down, don't they? And like you see it with maybe platforms like Super Rare that used to help artists out a lot back in sort of the 2021 area, but they don't sort of seem to do much for pushing new artists forward and stuff. So yeah, I think it's all on me, I think, to sort of engage people as best I can and sort of make friends and whatever.
Yeah, good point. Lastly, I think I said this the first time you ever came to the WIP, but I just need to reiterate that it's so wild. Every time I look at the Arthr baby, it just reminds me of Slender Man. So it's like I want to appreciate it, but I'm also like freaked out by it too. So, what was the inspiration of the style? I mean, it also looks like what are the not Papua New Guinea, the Easter
Easter
Island. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very sort of consistent faith that's been present throughout the history of humankind. I think like a devoid face, like no expression, just sort of vaguely representative of the human form. But yeah, I mean, where it developed from. So I don't know if any of you have seen my live show before, but I have like an audiovisual live show that I actually used to do way before NFTs. That I used to tour around. But the baby came to fruition because the intro to my live show is basically the Arthr baby being born, essentially, like the conception of Arthr. So I wonder if I can link. I'll try and find a link on Twitter in a minute, and I've shared it before. But there's like a scene with him floating with an umbilical cord, and there's like a kick drum that syncs to a flash of light going down the umbilical cord into the baby, so it sort of like breathes life into him. Fucking hell, that sounds. I've never explained that out loud before. That sounds absolutely nuts. But yeah, so that's how it started. So I took his face basically and modelled a little baby's physique and stuck him on top. So it's a full size Arthur head, but stuck on a baby basically. But yeah, that's how it came about, like developing the intro to my live show. I'll see if I can dig it out quick. I don't know if anyone's been to my show. I've headlined NFC Lisbon like the last couple of years, not last year, but the 2 years before. Let me try and find it. I'll share it in the chat if I get it. Oh, actually, so the physical test tube baby drop that I did 2 years ago now, the visual for that, so the digital art for that mint is the intro. So let me find it. Project conception. So I normally have Discord on my Mac, but since my server got shut down in July, I've not bothered installing it again. I've got like a deep hate for Discord now. Were any of you here in my server? I know Bananakin was. I don't know if any of you else of you were in there. Shut down for violent and graphic content apparently, but there was none of that in there.
If you want a tip on violent graphic content, if you share it in DMs, it doesn't get flagged unless it's a picture. So if you're into NSFW things, then yeah, can save a relationship. Can save a relationship. Just word to the wise.
It's a good shout. I'd love to say that I was sharing that stuff in there, but yeah, Ballistic Banana, you've put it. Your very limited account now. Yeah, I'd love to say I was sharing some hideous stuff in there, but I was in the server when it got shut down, and there was nothing in there. So, God knows. There we go. I've just shared the OpenSea link to the visual. So that's the intro to my live show. 49 East Flora at the moment, apparently. So if anyone wants to pick that one up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, if whether or not that's total volume, but that's the floor price, correct, for people who are interested?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, I think so. Absolute nutcase, whoever's listed it for that. It's got big dreams.
Yo, Arthur, man, really appreciate you hopping on. I want to do a thing. We got some stuff in the giveaway stash and all of these different iterations of your artwork on the floor here, and a whole bunch of people in Hyperfi being babies. So yeah, we're having like a baby party. Maybe can we get Dragonade to queue up maybe like 2 minutes of baby party music, and let's help Arthur like push his VRM drop. Everyone's out here in babies. If you can take a picture of your favorite Arthur artwork while dressed as a baby, tag Arthur, tag the WIP. We'll hit you with some giveaways for this week. So let's get 2 minutes of baby dance party. Take a screenshot of your favorite Arthur artwork dressed as a baby, and tag him, tag the WIP, and we'll get you something in your wallet. That's cute. Dragonade on the fly baby music while I corral this dog.
I was just thinking if I could load, I've got the OG Arthr VRM here somewhere as well. I could load in that as like the daddy.
Is the music coming through?
No, it's a silent baby dance party.
What the
The
fuck?
best kind.
Here, wait, while we're doing that, I'll drop the link for Hyperfly so people can get in here. So if you're listening, you have no idea what's going on. We're having a baby dance party in Hyperfly. Once you hop into Hyperfly, there's a baby standing very still in front of where you're hopping in. You can equip that one, and then stand over your favorite Arthur artwork, take a screenshot, tag Arthur, tag the WIP, and we'll hit you with a giveaway. Yo, for real, Dragonade is like really hurting those people.
It's really not fucking coming through. No? What the fucking fuck?
Cheers for sharing all your favourite pieces in the chat, by the way. Appreciate it. I'm awful at multitasking, like trying to speak and it shuts down. Are you guys all thinking of going to Lisbon next year if it's happening? Or are you going to pass?
Is it working now?
Dragonade, it sounds like you put your computer in the bathtub or something, man. At this point, 2 minutes is almost up.
Did it come through at least at all?
No, nothing, man.
God fucking damn
I didn't hear
it.
anything, did you? Yeah, no, it just sounded like your computer is drowning. Sorry, anyway, if you do the thing, you can tag Arthur, tag us, get a giveaway. Make sure you sign in the guest book. Hang on, I'm going to drop the link for that again because you're going to get the Fabiano Patrizia rats even if you didn't follow protocol and tag us and tag Arthur. Definitely sign the guest book. Stick around for the after the show. We absolutely have to do a group shot. So even though Dragonade completely dropped the ball, I did succeed in getting a whole lot of babies up in here. So we're going to give Dragonade another chance to redeem himself and see if we can get Paradox's theme song playing. And then we're going to need a fake Paradox to pretend to be Paradox and corral all these babies somewhere for a ridiculous photo op. So I killed maybe 45 seconds for Dragonade to try and figure out his how his audio works. So let's see. Dragonade, cue the music.
No.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Is it still playing?
No.
Yeah, Dragon Age is fired. The song is over. We've completed that part of the protocol. I actually have to re-log into Hyper-5 because my connection is lost, and so we need a fake paradox to hop in here and corral these babies. And the event cannot move forward until that happens.
I would jump in and offer, but my skills in Hyper-5 are literally limited to running around.
All right. It's fake paradox here. Everybody, you've got to get to the center of the baby Arthurs. There is a black and white squiggly right in the middle. Come over for some tea time with the black and white squiggly. I'm jumping. In the middle of all the little Arthurs, I see you're congregating. Very good, very good. Now, look away from the main stage and screen and dance, you MFers, dance.
Love it.
Somebody must take a picture.
Oh my god, that is absolutely terrifying, but equally beautiful.
some epic baby shots coming through. That was awful. The transitions were terrible. Fake paradox. That was purposely awful, or maybe not purposely awful, but that's supposed to be awful. Chaotic end to the event. However, we succeeded in so many babies running around in Hyper-5 right now. Right, everybody's fired. Nobody's getting paid. Your WIP coin's not worth anything anyway, so fuck all y'all. We're gonna be back next week with another great event. Stick around with show for the afties once we're done here. I'm gonna throw the mic over to Matt to see if we missed anything, and I'm gonna drop the guest book list, guest book link one more time so y'all can sign that and get Fabiano Patrizia's rats. Thanks everybody for coming out. Mic over to Matt.
Big thank you to Arthr for swinging through, persevering through all the technical difficulties. It was a bumpy one, but we made it out the end. Let's go. Also, don't forget, if you haven't, and this is a note to self, make sure you go mint that free open edition that Arthr shared over on mainnet ETH. We got to do it for the culture. And look out for the beginning of beginning of October for the release that Arthr was talking about, and go support that man. With that, let's get to the afties, y'all.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on. You guys hit me.
Yeah, Drago was supposed to jump right in there with the intro to the afties.
Is this thing on?
There we go.
Legends. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
It's time for the afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go.
Hey man, cut my man some slack. All right, cut my man some slack. It's not his fault. You know, Dragon Nate's consistent. You know, that's just to anybody. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just saying. You know, how's my audio, y'all?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tasty.
Cool. Hey, fam. Just so you know, again, if you're brand new here and you don't know what's going on, if you stay till the end of the WIP, that's including the afties, you will receive 100 WIP coin if you stay till the end. So also, I am aware that people can gamify this. You can server mute. You can right click and turn my volume all the way down and walk away, and then share your address. But this is trustless, you know. But it's also, I'm also hyper aware too, so I can kind of tell who's doing what. So even if just that's the thing. That's just what this is. So I won't have to explain further. Also, we have a bounty board. So if you're interested in taking up a bounty to earn some more WIP coin, whether it be through creating a long form Twitter thread post about the WIP, creating a Medium article or a Notion article, a Substack article, creating a GIF, creating videos, those are all incentivized as well. And also Farcaster posts, and also liking any post from the WIP Meetup account. All these are available via the WIP bounty board. So just a heads up for those. This doesn't make you a member of the WIP crew, just word to the wise. I know that some of you may be interested in that, but this does empower you to, if you want to get more active, then the incentives are there. This isn't a promise that you make money, by the way. This is NFADYOR. This isn't a promise that the WIP coin is a replacement for the US dollar. This isn't a promise that this token will pay you money in the future. This is not that. So understand the legalities, and like me vocally saying this is me saying that I'm not promising you anything. And any other association or information that's associated with the WIP coin also reflects that I'm not promising you anything. I'm not also providing financial advice in the form of you investing in the token. I'm not saying that this is an investment either. Crypto tokens or coins aren't securities anymore. I'm going to share something from the SEC too, that the new head of the SEC says that most assets aren't securities anymore, but still, this isn't a financial vehicle for you to get rich on. And this isn't comedic or tongue in cheek. I'm really giving you a disclaimer right now. All right. So for those of you that just listen to all that, please adjust your speakers, adjust your headphones. And also click on me in a voice channel if you want to see and follow along with what I'm sharing. Okay. Adjust your headphones. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. WIP fam. WIP fam. WIP fam. What the fuck is up? I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this live thing. I was going to say video because it rhymes, but it doesn't rhyme or make sense with what I'm saying. But you catch the drift. This thing. I need to find another word that rhymes with video. So what I'm saying makes sense. Most of this doesn't make sense unless you're hyper entrenched into crypto. So if you don't understand this, then if you don't understand crypto, then you won't understand me. This is all tongue-in-cheek comedic. This is performative, but you take what you want from it, right? You're not entitled to stay, even though I said that you're incentivized to stay. Now, originally, there was a time when you weren't incentivized to attend the WIP at all, but you came because you loved it. You came because you saw the inherent value in what this product that has existed for over 6 years, and the minds, the intelligent individuals who crafted this, created this, founded this, brought this thing forward, and said, hey, there's a lack of this in the space. There are a lot of talking heads, but there isn't a lot of quality in the space, and have propped this up for all this time and moved this thing forward, and have moved you forward and supported you in moving forward. So shout out to you. That being said, speaking of things moving forward, something happened over the past couple of days. And a couple of weeks ago, we had the founder of the WIP, Matthew, aka Nifty Time, say that things were happening with crypto voxels. And I was like, okay, And so I shared with him some interest in regards to that, and I still have the same interest too. Click on me in a voice channel, and then you'll see why. And I also expressed his interest with Rizzle and DMs. I also expressed his interest with the entire WIP crew in our channel. I have interest. I want to put this out there. And before I play this video, I want you all to understand that other people have interest too. And there's a competitive aspect to me. There's also a not a golden retriever do-gooder type of thing, but there's a kind of like a like grit my teeth, like I want to fucking do something more, you know, type of thing. And I'm pretty sure many of you feel this way. Maybe some of you aren't that motivated. Me, I am. There's an ebb and flow to me, and when I'm flowing, it's and like I'm like I cross my T's and dot my I's, and I make a whole lot of fucking sense. Okay. This thing I'm about to play for you, I just want you to listen, and then we're gonna talk about this as a collective. All right. So again, like I tell you, if you server deafing, you miss out on certain things like this. That's the bread and butter of this environment. This isn't surface level. These aren't surface level conversations that we have at the WIP. This isn't the Twitter spaces that says, oh, the price went down. You know what I think is going to happen? I think that this is the... I want you to just... I'm going to full screen it too, because I just want to... And you all know I'm probably not going to play the whole thing. God damn, 3 minutes? This man has time. This man has 3 minutes to talk about this shit. But yeah, for some reason, his platform has been messed up for so long. But yeah, didn't trust. God damn it. Just let me play this, Nolan.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about me selling voxels. I've been doing voxels for about 8 years. And I took yesterday off. I took a Thursday off. Crazy, eh?
Hold on, y'all. If you're in a voice channel, click on me in the voice channel. Click on me. I'm at the top. I'm sharing it. You can hear the audio then. If you're like, dude, you said what? And then just click on me in the voice channel if you're interested. Or maybe you're not interested. I don't know. Just click on me in the voice channel. Awesome. Thank you.
And I went down, sat at the beach with a friend and had a sandwich, went for my first swim of the season. And when I started Voxels, it was just me. I was working across the road in this like a sort of student co-working space called Inspiral. And I had a day job, and after about a year, I could quit my day job and work on Voxels. And it got to about $100,000 we made one month in early 2021. And I was like, this is crazy, this project. I never thought it would get this big. And then obviously later in 2021, when Mark renamed his company to Meta, we made a lot more money than that. And I stacked it all because I could see there was going to be a big recession and a winter coming. And it meant that I could keep the team on, which was about 30 people through that gap. But then eventually I had to lay everyone off. So it's just me now and robots. And I have a couple of contractors who help with bits and pieces. Voxels is back to being profitable now. Like it pays all its costs and my salary and stuff. And the contractors, and it's really awesome having people buying back into the world again. And I just think if it keeps growing, I think next year it'll be in a really good place for me to hand over to someone else properly. And I don't want to do it in a rush. And if I can't sell it, that's okay. I can keep doing it. But I don't know, if there's opportunity to hand Voxels over to some people that have the energy to run for the next 10 years really well, I would really like that, because I love Voxels. It's such a cool world, what everyone's built and what I build as well. And I really want to keep going. So yeah, I don't know, might be me for the next while, but if there's an opportunity to have the community take it over and for it to make financial sense to everyone so that it can keep being developed for a long period of time, yeah, now's the time to start talking about that. Yeah, I'd really like that. So that's where I'm at. No changes at the moment. I'm still working away. I'm still tidying the office and, you know, fixing up little bugs, and I'm really glad we went back to Classic. I like the light map making. I'm working on in-world costumer today. The new Alchemy login so that everyone can log in by email is really awesome, and with passkeys and smart wallets, and you know, like getting LiveKit in there, turn the scripting engine back on, maybe Misfits will come back. Like, I'm really enjoying working on it again. I'm really looking forward to the next year of Voxels. But yeah, I just thought I'd raise the idea. If there's the possibility of, yeah, some new blood and some new energy coming in, I'd really like that. And if there isn't, that's okay too, because I still like working on this. I don't know, sitting at the beach yesterday, I thought I'd like to try doing something else, you know, whether that's art or music or a different project. Yeah, so I don't know, just thought I'd raise the idea. Okay, love you all, see ya.
All right. I took the time to make coffee because I've listened to this video more than one time, and I'm like staring at his forehead and the wispy hair, and I'm like, I'm not at the beach, but I'm thinking too, Ben. I'm thinking a lot of things. I've thought a lot of things. Before I share the tweets that accompanied this, yeah, shout out to Juxon. You know, you're right on the money with that. You know, so this feels like you're cashing out. This feels like you're cashing out, Ben. And you know, saying that you got into profitability, shout out to you. That you got into profitability around a time where there was a lot of activity, a lot of hype. And then you were cryptically saying that you made more money when Facebook switched their name to Meta. And then you had to lay people off. And then in tweets, following tweets, you also mentioned that you were burned by your team. There's just a lot of nuance and context that's missing from this. And there's just been a disconnect between the community and the product and the builder. Those three things. There's been a disconnect between each because the builder seemingly didn't really understand his product. So the sentiments of the community never seemed to really land, or he didn't really understand what the community wanted from the product. This could have happened a long time ago. But the problem is that since it sounds like he's cashing out, because all I heard was money. He mentioned money 3 times. One time he actually said a figure. The second time he said it cryptically, and then the third time he's insinuating money. And where's this one? This right here. I've had a bunch of requests for a price and financials for acquiring voxels. All right, let me get straight to my point. I want voxels. But not only for me. I want voxels for the WIP crew. Instead of me saying it silently, I'm saying it publicly. You know why I'm saying it publicly? Is because as soon as he released that and then said it, you see this tweet. This tweet happened maybe 15 minutes after the video, right? Or some shit like that. Or like maybe within an hour. He said, I've had a bunch of requests. No shit. There are many people who want a platform like Voxels for many different reasons. Some people are degens and they're looking to quick flip. Some people are like, no, we're going to plant our flag. It has some good bones to it. It just needs some paint, and it needs like, you need to get the wasps out, the wasp nest, and tidy this shit up. I'm thinking out loud because, and you know how coders build out loud, or whatever that fucking term is. I can only imagine who reached out. Now I'm talking about the real big players, real individuals who reached out, because the horizontal acquisition, like the level of power, I can think of certain platforms, the level of power that having crypto voxels bundled up into what they have, the product, like it would send them, like you would be fucking the king of all kings. I'm gonna throw out some names. I'm gonna throw in Arthr. Unfortunately, I'm gonna touch on that because I think the opposite. So if everyone paying attention, if you look at what Arthr just wrote in the channel, I disagree. Right? And also Thantea said for WIPcoin that now at its current price, no, right? But yeah, here's the deal. if an OpenSea acquired crypto voxels, and that's not to say that OpenSea even knows what the fuck to do with it. If OpenSea acquired crypto voxels, it makes it highly fucking dangerous. You know why? Because many platforms lack a powerful marketplace in order to sell products associated with the larger product. That's where many of the platforms fail. I know because me and Rizzle talked to a few and told them this verbally and then explain how we can fix it. And it may have come off as like, oh, you're just these are disjointed ideas that aren't disconnected ideas thrown up against a wall. See what? No, there's a formula to the madness. There's a formula and a method that's very Web 2 based and crafted in order to make sure that those I's are dotted and T's are crossed. But there is a disconnect. That's why. I mean, not a disconnect. Pardon me. There's a disconnect in the fact that these metaverse platforms don't seem to know how to sell the products associated to the platform that empower a community in order to keep using the product. Which is why cyber brokers and drifters like built up an awesome thing, but then didn't necessarily have a home for it because people didn't understand and platforms didn't understand how this enriches them. Oh, if you understood. You understand money. You say you understand money, but you do things that are counter to providing an income to your product or platform. That's a deeper issue. The value generation is lacking. I hope I'm making sense. I may, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But so I'm saying this because not just OpenSea. There's so many other platforms. Like let's say Sky Mavis. Sky Mavis taking over crypto voxels would be insane. Who else out there? Magic Eden taking over crypto voxels. Who else? I'm just gonna throw this shit out there. Animoca Brands taking over crypto voxels. Oh my God! Who else? Who else is out there? That's a fucking monolith. That's a fucking massive, like hell. Even wait, I'm looking through this. Parallel Studios taking over voxels. Immutable, the creators of Gods Unchained taking over voxels. Flow taking over voxels. Sandbox horizontally acquiring crypto voxels would be like so. I'm just gonna fucking keep going. Let's say Polygonal Mind making a last ditch a home run, taking over. There's oh god, like who? Coin Market Cap taking over crypto voxels. Bored Ape Yacht Club taking over voxels. Yes, Hidden Forces. Oh yes, they would, Dragonade. You know why? Yes, they would. Oh yes, they would. You know why? Because their other thing didn't work. And you know what else they did? They took the biggest IP in the space and held it hostage for years. Would they not do that again? Other side didn't work. Or is it working? Who knows? But wouldn't it be easier to just slap some paint on some shit and then have a dev make it shiny? Think about that, man. I want you to. So now, just wait. What did Ben Nolan say? He worked with a handful of people who have contributed hugely to voxels. There are people out there who have the skills and the right value. Where does he say? His God damn it, his requirements. Where are his requirements? God damn it, where is it? I'm gonna find it. I promise you, I'm gonna find it. Maybe he deleted it. I don't know. But his requirements for acquiring voxels, he said that he wants it to be community based. He wants what else? He said something else about money. Did he say something about money? He just said some things that like it's like you unless you get that in writing, you're not gonna get that. What community is gonna be incentivized to buy your product and then follow what you want? Oh yeah, he also said something about profitability. But the things that you're seeing are gonna be counter to even a community trying to keep it profitable. There was something else that he said that really was terrible. Like oh man, I get that he's like he doesn't want some big entity to acquire it and then ruin his lasting legacy. Sir, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's acquired, the name Voxels isn't gonna stay. It could be referenced in its history and lores, but from a marketing standpoint, the name Voxels isn't gonna stay. Those who love it are gonna remember, yeah, this is Voxels, but now it's not gonna be Voxels 2.0 from a marketing standpoint. I'm just gonna say straight up, anyone acquiring it, it's gonna stay for maybe a couple of months or whatever, but then they're gonna rebrand in order to sell it. I mean, not sell it. Pardon me. Some will rebrand and sell, and you're trying to stop that, but some aren't. I know that I don't want to flip it. I don't want a quick flip. I want to build it out, and there's so many more things, so much more to do with this thing to make it livable, hospitable, to have people stay in world and do things. This concept that seems to like evade so many other products and platforms. And this isn't just lip service. This is me knowing what I'm capable of, but me knowing what you all are capable of too. All of you, and knowing what all of you are capable of. I know I believe in you as platform builders and creators. WIP fam, WIP crew. But I just want to see, oh my God, if Flamingo DAO took over this shit, if Zora took over, it said, then he says this. This shit, okay, here we go, there it is. He said, I want to step down from running Voxels next year. It's been 8 years and I want to break. Can the community buy Voxels off of me around April next year? And then he says, Voxels is owned by creators and artists. Well, no, he wants Voxels to be owned by creators and artists. Runs for another 10 years. It's profitable to pay a great development team. No tracking, no advertising, no marketing. Creators and artists, there's only a small few that know how to run a platform like this. It's going to take more than creators and artists, but at the same time, you don't need bloodsuckers. You need Swiss Army knives, like those of us at the WIP Meetup. You need brains like there are many brains here that are not only creators and artists, but also know how to do this shit. Running for another 10 years is not up to you. That's crossing fingers. But if you have that in writing, that's going to fuck up anyone. Profitable to pay a great development team, that's not up to you, sir. And then the thing that made me like scratch my head, no tracking advertising, all right. But no tracking is the thing I don't like. So tracking's not going to be there. Well, we know our target demo. We don't need tracking to discover the target demo or serve as an onboarding pipeline or rail. Advertising and marketing. This platform isn't going to grow if there isn't any advertising or marketing. It's not going to be profitable if it doesn't. It has to market, but not. You're thinking marketing in a negative standpoint. It needs to be communicative. It needs to be able to communicate with its users. It needs to have a communication. It needs to communicate with its fucking users. Marketing is communicating. It doesn't have to always be branded consumer. It doesn't have to always be one-sided selling. It's not that. Communicating with your users is marketing. You doing this is you're communicating with your users, but you're telling it that you're tired of you're tired of your product. Dude, we get that, man. We get it. Where's this last tweet? I know I've been on this for a while, but this is very important. Okay, here we go. This shit. Look at this. He says that he's had over 20 like people who've reached out from the community that they're community members that are keen on buying voxels. No shit. He's amazed and so thankful. Oh God, yeah. And then he says, I'm working with my accountant at the moment to come up with a proper proposal and an offer. I'll message you all next week. What happened in April? What happened in April? I'm gonna be honest. When I saw this and I DM'd Nate, I told Nate, I was like, hey man, honestly, if he could, if I buy this shit today, he needs to step down immediately. I don't need you to stay on till April. Step down immediately. I don't need you on till April. And clearly he doesn't stay on till April either, right? Message us next week. That means someone made a considerable offer. I say out of the 20, there's a good 7 that are high, that are up there from notable names. I'm pretty sure a couple of lowball offers. Some people don't know how to, like, they're trying to, you know. The issue I have with this is the value of voxels. My value of voxels, I would pay a respectable amount. I'm worried about overpaying because of greed from his part and his nostalgia or like his attachment to this product. We already know that Ben is extremely attached to crypto voxels psychologically. We know because he said it over the years. So to sell this, I'm pretty sure he's thinking this is the mother of all cash outs for my product. He's gonna over fucking charge. That's why he's talking to an accountant. Exactly. Oh my God. He's gonna oh my God his way into talking to an accountant and saying, how much can I really get from this? Is 5 million too low? This one company, they just said we'll offer you 2.5. I think it's like the value of the Lakers. It's about 10 billion, right? Thank you, Rizzle. Exactly. Exactly. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there. I told Nifty Time. I told Matthew. I'm like, listen, man. I know you, Matt. I know you, and also, Matt. I know we gotta talk to you. Just for the record. But I'm like, Matt. I know you. Keep me in the loop, dude. Keep me in the loop, okay? So I don't know what offer is made. I want to be in. If this was this time last year, I was like, damn it, man. I would totally have skin in the game. I would have skin in the game. But I'm like, dude, we had this. God, if we had this. God damn it, man, if we had this. That's all I gotta say, y'all. So just that was a lot on one subject, but I felt like this is important. Man, how many times have we gone into crypto voxels? How many things have we done? How much value have we brought to crypto voxels? Like, for real. Like, who else was going into crypto voxels consistently every week and then doing things like looking at things that are built? Who's done that? Who has done that? You know what I'm saying? Matt, keep me in the loop. Keep me in the loop. Right. I know, dude, I know you. I swear I know you. I know. All right, just keep me in the damn loop, please. All right, shit. If this was last year, I would throw something in. But goddamn it, just please, man. No, like for real. I don't know. I'll pay it up in the future to be a partner. Like I want partner status. Like serious, I want partner status. Just keep me in the damn loop. I'll pay it somehow in the future. All right. So anyway, all right. I mean, God damn it, Ben. Like, all you have to do is just bring the right people on. You had failure. You had BitPixie, but you said that some people let you down. I know that Jin did some backup things, whatever, but sometimes having conversations with Jin about things maybe somewhat difficult. I get that. In order to facilitate, it's hard to get the right team. A team that you can build with is very difficult. I get that, man. Trust me. I've experienced this my entire life. In multiple rooms and settings, it's very hard to pull together a team on the same frequency and wavelength who are able to get things done. You know, but Ben, God damn it, man, your product. Your product. When I say this, I mean what I say. All right. When I tell you that doing things that are very, very, if you're worried about profit or whatever, the relevance, I'm a product of RuneScape. I'm a product of worlds.com. I'm a product of Second Life. Do you understand what that means? I'm a product of Battle.net. I'm a product of when StarCraft just dropped and Battle.net just released. I am a product. God damn it, how many virtual worlds do I have to express? Do you know the individual that's talking to you? Oh, Hidden Forces, if you only knew. There's more than one layer to that concept and idea that you just referenced. Okay. Fantea, oh God. Do you understand? Do you understand what the fuck can be done with your product that you have that you did not even do? Anyway, click on what I'm sharing now. Speaking of things that are being done, yo, shout out to everybody who's watching, by the way. Shout out who's still here with me. Shout out to you attendees. All right. I'm on my third cup of coffee, just sitting here talking about things that are relevant in the space. And, you know, speaking of value prop, there are many companies that look for this they're actively hiring for this concept, but yet when you tell them they don't understand it or they want it to fit a particular mold, sucks for them. Speaking of things being, I'm not talking about that. Hidden Forces. But I want to talk about something that's a little more relevant to us. If you click on me, I'm going to show you something. Speaking of relevance, over the past couple of months, and I mentioned this last week, I've been dealing with something called peer dependencies. As a dev, as a coder, the term peer dependencies is like the bane of all evil, but it's also the Thanos gauntlet. If you acquire the perfect set of dependencies, you are infinitely powerful. You know why? Because your product works. Getting your code to work. Getting your code to work is like understanding a religion and having a religion make sense and work. So NPM, I don't know what the fuck it means, but it's like the root of all fucking evil and stress and pain, to the point where devs have to come up with other ways in order to serve tools that are called modules in order to assist in you just getting your product done. Let me just make this super simple. You want to build an app. You need things to make the app run. So you're told, hey, if you download these things, you can then write the code and use these things to make your app work. The issue is that, and this is the biggest fucking issue, and this is in life, the human issue. Anytime you want to do anything in life, you have to deal with other humans. Oh yes, Cheddar Queso, but I want to expand that thought. A human fucked up the package. So a human in life, your Amazon package, your living package, the food that you eat is a package. Think of everything as a package. A package, a thing to make a thing run. You need your body to run. You need to eat. You need you need to watch your favorite TV show. You need electricity. You need just humans, right? Human fault. People make mistakes. So when NPM, right, is a repository, meaning a place where tools to make your app run are collected. Now, anyone can say, hey, I've been fixing the tools to make your app run better. I made a better tool. I'm throwing it in this thing. You could just pick it up. Not all tools work well. You know why? Some people are skilled, some people aren't. Some people are exact and thorough, some people aren't. You may know a lot, but you may be lazy, or you may not have the best attention to detail. You may make a mistake. Mistakes happen. So then when you have all these tools where there's a lot of mistakes that have happened, now you're trying to collect all the tools that you need in order to get your app to run. I hope everyone's following. Now imagine the tools need to be connected by a string. Now you're trying to connect them, but they don't have the loops in the right places to get them all on the same fucking string. Because human beings fuck up. Let's say if you have a bunch of knives and there are loops at the end of each knife, but now someone put the loop in the middle of the fucking knife. At the tip of the knife where you're supposed to cut things, and it doesn't cut anymore. There's a fucking loop at the end instead of the... So there's sometimes there's no loop at all. You can't fucking put the string through the knife itself. Are you catching? Are you getting my analogy? The point is, all the tools got fucked up. So it's stressful. So now on top of this, someone said, hey, there's a lot of activity happening. And this is a broader conversation. So I've been building a Farcaster mini app. It's on the way. I would show screenshots. But I'm not revealing it yet. It would have been dropped the same day as WIPcoin. I prioritized getting WIPcoin out first and then getting back to the app. Also, you're probably wondering why the image of the WIP token isn't revealed yet. That's coming. It is coming. That doesn't delegitimize the token. I want you all to understand that there's something called token. There's something called token lists. So there's a gate to getting the image to reveal on your token. You have to submit the image. That's not on you. I will do that. So I'm just putting that out there, all right? That is coming. In addition to any write-ups or anything else, this isn't a call to action. Don't fucking jump out the window and then do something and then be like a human and fuck it up, right? So that's coming. So support the token, NFADYOR. It is coming. You dump, you're gonna lose because trust me, when it comes to tokenomics, I am a sharp motherfucker. So sell it all you want and then disperse it because it's going into the right hands. Anyway, let's get back to mini apps on Farcaster. And the base app are a very big deal. It's the hottest thing. It's one of the most interesting things that's happening in the space overall. You know how I know? Because hackers are now attacking the biggest mistake-ridden attack vector that's associated with this thing. That means that we're in the right place. We are in the right place. They're saying, oh shit, there's activity? Because since when has fucking an NPM attack happened? And not only that, that went viral, that everybody's talking about it. That tells you that, oh shit, man, people are fucking, everybody's on the mini app wave now. Remember, this is the home of alpha. This is the home of alpha. That's where the wave is at. That is where the wave is at. So this is something called the Kix NPM hack. There was a two-factor email that went out to a developer named Kix. And so they tend to do updated releases of NPM tools and then upload them. So then they got an official looking email from NPM that said that two-factor authentication was required. Now, I get these emails all the time. I hate them. I hate scam emails, and I see how bullshit all this shit is. I hate it. This dev, unfortunately, probably lacking sleep, because I get it now. There is no sleep when you're coding. You dream in coding. There's literally no time. I've been working on this app and the WIP coin code for fucking hours on end every day. Literally have zero time to talk to anyone for real. People say that for sensationalism to sound like they want to pat on the back. No, this is some, I don't have time. All right. So that being said, I'm pretty sure I know where this individual's head is at. They clicked the link. And compromised themselves. And I'll go back to this right here. So no package manager, big online library, devs upload tools. The dev got an email, right? He was tired or just back from vacation. Exactly. He didn't look at the email carefully and clicked. So hackers got access to publishing malicious versions of the popular package. There was a list. There was a list of the ones. There's more information here. All right. So wait. They said which ones are here. There's a couple more. There's a bigger list here. Let me see if this comes up real quick. Oh no, it doesn't. All right. So shout out to Compreni, co-creator of Tippin. He shared a list on Farcaster saying like, hey y'all, Tippin wasn't compromised, and he shared a list of these little things right here. These are all these are packages that are very popular. Chalk and Debug are the biggest ones. Debug is here. There's a couple others. Chalk and Debug are two of the biggest ones, and then ANSI is also a big one too, but I don't recognize Strip ANSI though. There's a couple other ones here. So basically, and then also Charles Guillaume from Ledger. So the founder of Ledger, the Ledger wallet that we all know and hate, also said, "Oh my God, be careful! Don't click any links," because that's what they always fucking do. Because they fucked up a million times, and I want to hitch their wagon. That has nothing to do with the NPM. Doesn't have shit to do with Ledger, but then he wants to fucking hitch his wagon to this shit. And then he wants to deprecate his most popular wallet, the Nano S. That's a whole nother fucking story. What a fucking dumbass. But anyway, sorry. Ooh, God, sorry. Let me chill. So Compreni released the list, and then everybody else started sharing their list. They all verified and said that their apps weren't compromised. The biggest deal is like, so the compromise happened at I forgot what time. Then immediately the dev notified everyone, and within like 2 hours, I think it was 2 hours or 1 hour. So then they stopped it or something like that. But then the packages were already out, so anyone who installed it during that period was affected. There was a window. So anyone who had their NPM packages before that was safe unless they updated during that window. Anyone after, you have to be very careful if you did anything after the window closed, because who knows if there are any stray packages. Yeah, sorry. But my point is, this is fucking crazy. I'm like, man, out of all the times for this shit, you do this shit right now when I'm doing this shit? When like a year ago I wasn't working with NPM packages, but this shit happens now? Anyway. So that was the biggest deal. It went viral. That's why I'm talking about it. But that's just indicative of the fact that, holy shit, man. So everybody's on a mini app wave now. That's nuts. That's crazy. But not all mini apps. Just words to the wise. There have been a lot of shady mini apps that came out over the past couple of weeks too, where they've been quick pump and dumps, where they would release a fucking shitty mini app. I don't know how they're releasing that shit too. I think they're just downloading templates. I'm not building from a template. I built like coded up all the way, which is like I could have got the Nanar template, but I was just like I don't know. So I didn't do that. I built it all the way up. But I think people were using templates just to get their fake shitty coin out. they did multiple airdrops, and then they would just sell it, and then the mini app would disappear, I guess. I'm not really sharp on it. I'm not sharp on it, but I didn't click on any of them. But people have been complaining. So anyway, the SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, says that most crypto tokens are not securities.
Initiative to modernize securities rules and
this is low.
regulations to enable our markets to move on chain. Our priorities are clear. We must provide certainty regarding the security status of crypto assets. Most crypto tokens are not securities, and we will draw the lines clearly.
There you have it. Most crypto tokens are not securities. We all know that whenever a commissioner verbally says something, it is legally on record now because it's been used in court, all these other things. They've used previous legalese from chairmen in big high profile cases like XRP Ripple. So we know that if they say it, it is it. Regardless of whether or not the paperwork is in, they can't refute it. They say it, it's it. So congratulations, y'all. This is a big hurdle. A big hurdle. This is big. Assets are collectibles. Tokens are collectibles. So, there's certain platforms that had ecosystem tokens, Metaverse platforms that ecosystem tokens, they weren't illegally. They said, oh, legally we can't talk about it. Like, you can talk about your product now if you want. You can talk about it if you want. Speaking of ecosystem token, this is a big one. I've been saving this for everybody who's still here and listening. All right. And I'm aware of the time, y'all. I'm aware of the time. I see the clock. I'm aware of the time. Check this out. Look at this real quick. Adam and Devin shared this, 2 days ago? An update. The OpenSea Mobile. The flagship collection. Final phase of pre-TGE rewards. And an update on the C token. Check this out. Accelerated by our acquisition of Rally, we rapidly expanded our token trading capabilities, portfolio, whatever. All right, so now there is a beautiful native trading experience on mobile. I don't know why OpenSea hasn't had a mobile product in the past. I mean, you've made a lot of money. You could have built this a long time ago. Why now? I don't get it. Flagship collection, our 7-figure investment in historic and emerging NFTs that honor Web3's cultural heritage. So let's just skip the mobile app. No one cares about the mobile app, man. This is interesting. We're launching the OpenSea flagship collection with over $1 million committed to acquiring historic NFTs and work from emerging artists. So now, if you read this incorrectly, because you're going to read it incorrectly, you're going to believe that OpenSea is investing in you. That they're going to buy Xcopy in order to support Xcopy people. Who else? That they're going to buy these notable, in order to invest in you. They're buying a rare ape. What else? A CyberKong. In order to strengthen and bolster these communities. Now, here's the truth. If you think of OpenSea as a degen and trader also, trading on their own product, better yet, what Nate Chastain was almost went to jail for a few years ago for trading off of the first Alpha Insight, off of the main page that he curates before releasing it to the public, which is now we know in hindsight isn't a crime for a number of reasons. One of which is like assets aren't securities, and also it's not front running because truth be told, it's been done by other people and platforms. That's neither here nor there. If you know that, then you know that your investment isn't some nice thing you're doing. Like, you're trying to enrich you. You know this because your reward scheme of getting people to continuously buy into challenges and do all these things in order to accrue XP is gonna be the thing that's gonna strengthen your overall airdrop. You're using people's money in order to give it back to them in order to bolster sales and anything else you're trying to do. This is just another play, and I don't know. It feels gross. So they bought CryptoPunk 5273, but didn't what's my guy's name? Who owned 573? It's one of them. One of the talking heads in this space. So they bought that. Clearly, they're gonna buy all these things in order to fucking sell it somehow and then wrap it in a way where it doesn't make sense. And then also the final phase of pre-TGE rewards $1 million. And then 50% of all platform fees, 1% of NFTs, and 0.85 cents or whatever, I can't read that shit, for tokens will power this program. They're using the Optimism token and the Arbitrum token in a vault that equals $1 million. And they're saying that you'll receive a starter chest kit that oh God, I just don't understand what this does. What does this do? What does this do? So I'm getting a percentage is what you're saying? I'm not getting that's not what you're saying. What is this really saying? Someone with a brain say this. But if I'm getting a percentage in form of the airdrop, so how does this power your token? How does this go into the token? And then, wait, where's the fine print about the token? As a reminder, historical platform activity will be rewarded and receive its own allocation of C from the foundation at TGE. This is separate from our rewards program. So why are you detailing the historic thing? No one cares about how you're trying to generate new value right now. Truthfully. People have been bots gamifying the reward system. Have you seen it? They got over 1,000, like 3,000 XP, 40,000 XP. I don't even know how the fuck they do that, because I'm not trading that much. I'm not doing that. Like, I traded a little bit. I'm like, man, I don't even, like, I've been liquidated to death for real. I'm like, I don't even need OpenSea like that much. Like that much. I don't even need exactly MK Dragon. Like I don't even know. I don't even know what this is for. So if I get 1,000 XP, what, you're gonna give me 0.1 C token? Like I don't even know what is even the point. Anyway, so here's an update on the token. The OpenSea Foundation. Wait, hold on. Okay. The OpenSea Foundation will share details on TGE in early October. We know there's a ton of energy building across Discord. That enthusiasm is fuel, and the foundation is matching it with the same level of rigor. C is being engineered with thoughtful mechanics, clear reasons to hold, and long-term sustainability baked in from the start. Wait, what? The OpenSea Foundation will share details on TGE in early October. So let me get this straight. This is an announcement of an announcement. This is an announcement of an announcement happening in early October. Why are you giving me an announcement and then saying, wait, like just all this vague shit? It's being engineered with thoughtful mechanics. That already sounds like a red flag. Clear reasons to hold. What clear reasons to hold? And a long-term sustainability baked in from the start. You know what this sounds like? Token lock. Token lock to stop anyone from selling. If you're so worried about long-term sustainability baked in, that means that you're worried about people who are going to sell. No shit, people are going to sell. But you're like, no, we're not going to do that. Thoughtful mechanics means hurdles, obstacles. That's what thoughtful. This is Web 2 language. Stopping an individual from benefiting. No. You're not benefiting. We're benefiting. That's what it sounds like. This is sad. And Pranksy was right 2 weeks ago. Pranksy was 1,000% correct when he said that even he believes that he's not going to get something of respectable allocation from this. That's sad. That's really sad. This is you know what I think this is? This could have been dropped today. This could have been dropped today, but the fact that you're giving an announcement of a vague announcement, not giving us a day in October. Early October could mean anything up until October 15th, or even worse, October 20th. That's what early October means. Because anything before October 31st is early, right? This is the most vaguest shit. And then it's they're gonna say, hey, so we're thinking we want to give a gift. We want to give a gift in December. Christmas. And then they're gonna say we're pushing it back. It's not gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be December 31st. Mark my words. December 31st. You know why? Because taxes. December 31st, which would be more than a year because their announcement of C token was in December, the first week of December 31st, which is fucking terrible, which is sad. And not only that, having mechanics to stop people, you're worried about people dumping your token. This sucks, man. This sucks because it would enrich people. It would help people. It would help people engage with your platform normally. So y'all, a little bit over time here. Yo, so this is where we're at in the space. These are things that happen in the space. It's your space. It's my space. It's everyone's spaces. It's not a Twitter space, but it could be. Actually, shout out to everybody listening on Twitter Spaces right now. I see people listening. Yo, shout out to you if you're listening. All right. So that being said, y'all, please, if you stood for this long, share your wallet address here in the server, and you'll receive WIP coin. Share your wallet address so I can have it. So see, this is kind of like the test. It's like if you've still been listening, you would hear me, you would drop your wallet address. Drop your wallet address, y'all. I'm not following by name and voice channel. Yeah, drop your wallet address. Thank you, MJMK, Kelsey, BB. Drop your wallet address. Drop your wallet addresses, y'all. Oh no, by the way, hey, look, if you're part of the WIP crew, you remember monthly you get the monthly reward, not the weekly reward. The weekly reward is for WIP fam. The weekly reward is for WIP fam. The monthly reward, I told you what the allocation is. So don't be like, oh, show, what the fuck is this? No, and obviously your allocation is the crew allocation is the crew allocation. It's respectable. No. Don't share. If you're part of the crew, don't share your wallet address. You get the monthly one at the end of the month. Hidden Forces, your fam. Your fam. No. If you're WIP crew, if you're WIP crew, you have the badge next to your name. But it's love. It's love. So that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, fam. All right, fam. Thank you so much for coming through this edition of the app. Shout out the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. I love each and every single one of you. I mean, if you're on the team, if you're on the team or not. If you're on the team. All right. So, hey, fam, much love. I'll see you later.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cheese!